slice.
Yeah.
But it was fast slice.
I can't turn it down now.
So, how's it going, guys? When it comes to thinking about our backswing and our golf swing, a lot of times we were told not to lift up, right? However, what if I told you that actually you need to lift in your backswing, but you're doing it incorrectly? So, I want to ask you an interesting question. I'm going to demonstrate something, and then I want you to think about it. So, typically, when it comes to our golf backswing, we're told not to lift up, right? Like this. Or let's do it from down the line too. We're told not to lift up like this. However, what if I told you there was another way? So, what's the difference between here and here? Try that one more time. What's the difference between here and here? What's the key movement that differentiates those two things? Think about that for a second and let me know. So hey guys, before we continue this video, I want to ask you guys a question. All the swing talk, all the mechanics talk, and just improving our technique in golf in general, what is the actual purpose? Well, we know at the end of the day is to improve our scores where? On the golf course. However, what do we need to do to improve our scores on the golf course? Well, we need to practice properly, and we need to identify our strengths and weaknesses to figure out what we need to prioritize to improve our scores the most efficient way. So, I want to give you guys something. I've recently made 2 ebooks. One, an ebook of how to apply your range game to the golf course by giving you a game to do daily on the range to help improve your performance, as well as another ebook, a statistics ebook, to help you keep track simply of your stats on the golf course, as well as to give you a detailed picture of your game so you can track the areas that you need to improve most in. So, if you want to know how to improve the quality of your practice when you go to the range to apply to the golf course, and as well to have a statistics ebook completely broken down in detail to help you show what you need to work on in your game in the back of your pocket, go ahead and click that link down below. So, to answer that last question and to go more in detail when it comes to why we need to lift in our backswing, I want to break down the movements within our spine or our torso area that we need within our golf swing, both the backswing and the downswing. So first, we're going to break down the backswing. So I'm going to go from down the line first. So for our backswing, so at setup, when I've been in my posture, I am in front bend. Why is that? Because my spine is bending in an anterior direction. So that would be front bend. Then from here, the 3 movements we need within our golf swing within our backswing is extension, rotation, and side bend. So let's do that from the face on. So I'm in front bend first. Then what we need is extension, rotation, and side bend. Then, for our downswing, we'll break this down too. Then for our downswing, what we need, so if I'm in my backswing, extension, rotation, side bend, now I need rotation, side bend, and extension. So let's break this down from the face on again. So if I'm in my backswing, when I do extension, rotation, side bend, from here, I need rotation, side bend, and extension. So as we see, the three movements we need within our backswing and our downswing is extension, rotation, and side bend. Now, the sequence in which those things are ordered may be different in order to be most optimal, but those are the three movements that we need within the backswing and the downswing. So when we talk about specifically the backswing and lifting in our backswing, if we go back to the first question I asked, a lot of times we were told to not lift in our backswing like this. However, we can lift in our backswing like this. So when we look in detail, based off the previous thing we were talking about, the two movements that are missing from that first movement and the second movement is what? So if I'm here, that would be me maintaining my front bend from setup and me rotating. However, with the second movement, I have side bend and I have extension. So side bend and extension are the two movements that are missing in order for you to lift in your backswing the right way. Now next, what we're going to do is go over why you need to lift in your backswing in order to have more power and accuracy. So first, out of the two movements to lift correctly in our backswing, which will be extension and side bend, let's break down first why we need side bend in our golf swing. First, we'll explain it by setting up to a golf ball looking from down the line. So, when I set up to a golf ball, obviously, as we've talked about before, all of a sudden, I'm inclined towards the golf ball. So, instead of my plane of movement being up here, like T-ball, I'm inclined towards the ground. So, that automatically changes the tilt in my shoulders and my upper body because we have that front bend that's set up. Now, since the ball is on the ground, I need to find some way, shape, or form to keep that inclination to make it easier for me to come back down and hit the ball efficiently. So if I set up and I lift like I did before, where I don't have any side bend, which would be me just rotating and staying in front bend the whole time, then as we can see, if I kept going in my backswing, now I don't have that inclination anymore. So then, some way, shape, or form coming down, I need to adjust like this in order to find the inclination again. And in this case, however, we know that this will be over the top, so then all of a sudden, I will adjust later to try to get under. So, side bend is important in order for us to stay inclined towards the golf ball, which will help us have a better and efficient strike. So, instead of us having it where we're lifting like this, which would be staying in front bend and just rotating, what we need to do is we need to have the rotation and side bend, which will feel like a crunch in my left abdomen area. So if we look at the face on, instead of me just staying in front bend and rotating the whole time, what I'll be feeling is rotation and the left side crunch in my left abdomen. So that is why side bend is important in order for us to hit the ball most efficiently. Next, we'll go over why extension is important in order for us to have a good golf swing. So now we're going to break down why extension is important in the golf swing. The reason why extension is important is because it does three things. The first thing is when I set up to a golf ball and I take my backswing, when we swing the golf club, since there is mass to this golf club, it wants to take us away from the target. So for me as a righty golfer, to my right. Now, in order for me to counteract this mass and to get more centered, I need to extend to get back to middle. So a lot of times we worry about staying centered. However, we can't do that if we only stay in front bend and rotate because the mass of the club is taking us this way. So we need to counteract that by extending our spine to get back centered in our backswing. So that's the first thing. The second thing, and the reason why we need extension, is to elevate the club head. And we know when we elevate the club head, that can give us more momentum, which will allow us to generate more power. So I'm gonna break this down from the face, from down the line. So if I'm here and I'm set up to the golf ball, when I am in front bend and only rotating, you can see that my club won't elevate the way it needs to be to have an efficient backswing to generate the most power. So what I need to do is have it where I'm extending my spine, and as you can see, when I extend my spine or lift up, that all of a sudden the club now elevates. And we know the higher we're able to get the club head, the more momentum we can produce in order to have more power coming down. So, and the reason why that is because we know that the golf swing is a circle and we have the ball inclined, the ball and the club inclined on the ground. So if I don't ever extend my spine, then the club will be on this flat plane the entire time, which one, won't generate any speed, and two, won't allow us to get back to the ball most efficiently. So we need to extend our spine in order to elevate the club head up in the air. And the third reason why we need to extend our spine is, along with what we just talked about, is to generate more power. So the reason why this will generate more power is when I extend my spine, what am I doing? Well, one, I'm stretching out my muscles. Specifically, I'm gonna put this club down real quick. When I have the movement where I'm extending my spine, I'm stretching my core. And we know we have a stretch sorting cycle within our body. So if I stretch my core, now when I come down, I want to shorten it, which will generate force and help us generate more power. So I'm gonna demonstrate this movement here for extension. And specifically with extension, it is called thoracic extension. We don't want extension out of our lumbar spine. We want extension out of our thoracic spine. So as you can see, when I extend my thoracic spine, my core, I can feel my abs and my core stretching as I lean back. Then from here, when I come back, now I'm shortening my core. So a lot of times this can feel like us doing a sit-up. When we're doing a sit-up, as you can see, I'm extending and I'm shortening, right? And we know that's a muscle contraction. So from there, that will help us to generate more force within our golf swing. So that is the reason why having extension within our golf swing, specifically thoracic extension, will help us generate more power and more accuracy within our backswing to hit the ball better. Now I'm going to break down some feels and drills you can take in order to incorporate this correct lifting motion in your backswing to hit the ball better, hit the ball more powerfully and straighter. So a lot of times if we think about it, the typical lifting in our backswing keeps us on the same level when it comes to the levels of which our body go through in the golf swing. So we know that with the levels in our golf swing, and when we think of lifting, we think of either lifting up or going down, right? So when we set up with our golf swing in front bend, that will bring us more so on the downside when it comes to what level we are when we lift. So when we think about lifting, a lot of times that keeps us on that same level that we start with. However, one field that I want you to take is, in order for you to have a more efficient backswing and incorporate this, I want you to feel like you're getting taller in your backswing. So as you can see, when I feel like I get taller in my backswing, specifically more so in my head, and also even I try to feel it within my legs or my pelvis. So I try to feel like I'm lifting up. We can see that gets me the side bend as well. That gets me the thoracic extension. So if we try that again, just looking down the line. So we see here, typically, we're not getting taller in our backswing. So for here, I want you to feel like you lift up like you're getting taller in your backswing, like this. Then that will help you to really feel the side bend, one, and the thoracic extension. Because that's the only way we can create the feel of getting taller, is by doing those two things. So now, in order to really feel this outside of a golf swing, I'm gonna grab this medicine ball and I wanna give you an analogy. So if I were to do a medicine ball, right? In order for me to throw this, say at somebody the most efficiently, or even at the wall, we know when we load up in our backswing with this medicine ball, we're not gonna stay down the entire time, right? Because this medicine ball is heavy. In order to create some momentum with it, we need to elevate it. So extending and side bending in order to come back down and throw it the most powerfully and accurate. So as you can see from down the line, I'm going to feel like I'm lifting up and getting taller in order to get some elevation with this medicine ball and create some momentum. And then from here, I can come back down and throw it most powerfully and efficiently. So this movement, a lot of times, can help you incorporate that within your backswing, because as we can see, that's going to allow me to create that left side bend and thoracic extension. And as well, with this medicine ball, we can see how we can create some more power and speed in our golf swing. Why is that? Well, that's ground reaction forces. And we know that Newton's law says that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So when we get taller or move up in our backswing and lift with the thoracic extension and left side bend, then what do we want to do? Now we want to move down, right? Which is that squat feel we have sometimes, in order to create some more power like the pros do. And then from here, then we lift back up. So that is why we can create some more speed with lifting the backswing. A lot of times you can see this, especially with the long drivers like Kyle Berkshire and Jamie Sadlowski. You can see when they take their backswing, they're not staying on this same plane. They're trying to elevate the club and lift up as they turn in order to come back down, create those ground forces, and push back out of the ground to hit that ball forward and straight. So I want you to take this feel, use this exercise as well as the feel with the golf club in order to incorporate this lifting move within your backswing to hit the ball better. So as a bonus feel or an analogy that you can take away from this video, what I want you to feel is as if you're starting a lawnmower. So those people who use grass and out there mowing their lawns, this is a great feel, that an analogy that we can use in order to feel like we lift on our backswing. So if I have a lawnmower here, a lot of times, one, we're not just staying on the same level to start the lawnmower, right? What we're doing is we're left side bending and extending our spine in order to get it started, right? So a lot of times we see this movement when we start the lawnmower, and this is the same movement that we want within our backswing. So that is a great analogy that you can think of in order to incorporate this even better within your golf swing, specifically your backswing, in order to have some more power and some more accuracy. So I hope you have a good day today, and let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. Thank you.